You wake up, pour yourself a glass of water, and like every other morning, you reach into the cabinet and take a few supplements because you believe it's good for your health. Just like 3 out of 4 Americans over 60 do. We take them every day, faithfully, trusting that more vitamins means better health. But then, I came across a truth that made me stop and rethink everything. Nearly 95% of supplements on the market have never gone through any clinical trials. No testing, no studies, no FDA oversight, which means you might be putting something in your body, something no one is truly accountable for. It could silently damage your liver, disrupt your heartbeat, rob you of sleep, and worst of all, leave you exhausted without knowing why. In today's video, I'll reveal 8 hidden truths about supplements. You'll learn which ones to avoid, which ones are worth keeping, and why pills that look like medicine might be the most dangerous for older adults. Where are you watching from? Arizona, New York, or a quiet little town somewhere? If you've ever taken a supplement without reading the label, if you felt unusually tired, had trouble sleeping, or noticed a rapid heartbeat, type check in the comments. I'll read and respond to every single one because sometimes one right question can protect your health for years to come. Every morning, you wake up, wash your face, and take a few pills. Some of them are prescribed, carefully chosen by your doctor. But what about the others? The extra ones you bought at the store, the supplements you take because they look healthy, because everyone else is taking them, because they look like medicine. But have you ever asked yourself, is what I'm swallowing really safe? Here's a truth few people are willing to face. 95% of supplements in the U.S. have never been through a single clinical trial. No verification, no medical oversight, no long-term studies proving safety, especially for older adults. What you're putting into your body every morning, every evening, could be slowly damaging your liver, disrupting your heartbeat, stealing your sleep, draining your energy. And the scariest part, you'd never suspect it. I once received an email from Donald, 68, from Ohio. He told me he started taking a memory support supplement from a well-known pharmacy chain. 6 weeks later, he developed a racing heart, felt agitated, and couldn't sleep through the night. His doctor advised him to stop all supplements for just 1 week. His symptoms vanished. He wrote, "I thought I was helping my body. Turns out I was poisoning it every day." So what's the real problem? The truth is, we have no way of knowing which supplements are safe and which are risky if we're just relying on packaging, marketing, or blind trust. We need a system. We need a survival rule for every trip to the pharmacy. Never assume something is safe just because it looks like medicine. If you take supplements every day, it's time to double-check. Is yours certified by USP or NSF? Has it been flagged by the FDA? Are you mixing it with any prescription meds? If you're unsure, write down the names. Bring them to your doctor. Don't let silence on a supplement label cost you your liver or your sleep. Even worse, some supplements aren't just ineffective. They interact with your medication, canceling out its benefits, or worse, amplifying its toxicity. In the next part, I'll reveal the most popular supplement among older adults that may be the most dangerous one for your liver. If you're still watching and finding this valuable, type "I understand" in the comments below. I want to know who's truly invested in their health, because what you're about to hear might change how you see your multivitamins forever. Did you know that nearly 40% of Americans over 60 are taking multivitamins that contain synthetic B6, often in doses 5 to 10 times higher than the body actually needs? They're told it will boost energy and support the nerves. But the truth, it might be doing the opposite, silently damaging their nervous system every single day. We often assume that vitamins are harmless. But after 60, your body doesn't process supplements the same way. That old belief more is better can become a hidden burden. Overloaded liver, inflamed nerves, disrupted balance, and the very pills you're taking to stay healthy might be behind your tingling feet, restless legs, fast heartbeat, or sleepless nights. Take vitamin B6, for example. Yes, it's essential, but only in small amounts. Many common multivitamins contain 50 milligrams per tablet, while seniors only need about 1 to 5 to 2 milligrams per day. Chronic excess can lead to peripheral neuropathy, burning feet, numb fingers, muscle weakness, even instability while walking. Many mistake it for arthritis or aging nerves when, in fact, the culprit is hiding in their supplement routine. And it doesn't stop there. Folic acid, another common synthetic form of B9 and cheap multivitamins, poses even greater risks. About 40% of Americans have a gene variation, MTHFR, that prevents proper folic acid conversion. This leads to dangerous buildups, which can damage cells and raise your risk of colon and prostate cancer. I remember speaking with Clara, a retired nurse, now 73. I've been taking that multivitamin for 15 years, she told me. But recently, I started feeling pins and needles in my hands. I couldn't even grip my coffee cup. Her blood tests revealed sky-high B6 levels 10 times the normal range. After switching to a food-based, low-dose supplement, her symptoms improved within 3 months. So what should you do right now? Check the label on your multivitamin. If it contains more than 10 milligrams of B6 or lists folic acid, consider switching. Look for phrases like whole food-based, methylated, or from real food. And if you're dealing with numbness, insomnia, or irregular heartbeat, ask your doctor to test your B6 and folate levels. Most importantly, stop taking high doses without a medical reason. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or am I just following a habit? But even if you pick the right supplement, what if you're taking it at the wrong time? In the next section, we'll reveal one of the most common mistakes older adults make when taking vitamins in the morning and why it could be ruining your sleep, disrupting your blood pressure, and quietly increasing your stroke risk. Have you ever noticed that, despite taking multiple vitamins every day, you still feel tired, forgetful, and unable to sleep well? It's a strange contradiction, but this is the exact health trap many adults over 60 are falling into. Multivitamin supplements, especially those bought without clear guidance or regulation. We often believe that one pill covers it all, thinking it's the easiest way to get everything our body needs. But here's the danger: our aging bodies don't absorb nutrients like they used to, and mixing too many vitamins, especially high doses of iron, zinc, copper, or vitamin A, can cause dangerous interactions, putting stress on the liver, kidneys, and even accelerating damage to brain cells. In other words, what you think is helping could actually be quietly harming your sleep and your memory. Multiple studies now show that older adults who take high-dose multivitamins over long periods face a 22% higher risk of metabolic disruption and cognitive decline compared to those who take targeted nutrients separately with guidance. Why? Because our bodies have limited absorption doors. When too many nutrients are crammed in at once, your body either stores them to toxic levels or flushes them out unused. Instead of relying on one-size-fits-all pills, start by asking, what does my body actually need? If you struggle with sleep, don't reach for a multivitamin. First, check for magnesium or vitamin B6 deficiency. If bone health is your concern, focus on vitamin D3 and K2 at the right time, in the right dose. After 60, your body doesn't need more, it needs better. And better means separating nutrients, checking levels, and monitoring doses. Never trust your health to a pill that promises everything but understands nothing about you. If you've been taking multivitamins without knowing exactly what your body is lacking, pause for a week. Listen to your body. Ask your doctor. Remember, multi can sometimes mean multi-risk, especially when there's no personalization behind it. Have you ever noticed labels like 100% natural herbal extract or organic source on supplement bottles? They sound so safe, so gentle, like nature is personally looking out for you. But here's the frightening truth. Natural does not mean safe. In fact, it might be the most misleading word in the entire supplement industry. Think about it. Poison ivy is natural. Arsenic is natural. Yet no one would willingly consume those. Still, thousands of older adults in America are unknowingly putting dangerous compounds into their bodies every year, thinking they're doing something good. One glaring example is yohimbe, an extract from tree bark found in many energy or weight loss supplements. Is it natural? Yes, but it can cause rapid heartbeat, hand tremors, anxiety, and even lead to heart attacks. And it gets worse. Most of these natural ingredients come with no standardized dosage. That means every capsule you swallow could contain 10 times the safe amount without you ever knowing. For those over 60, when your liver and kidneys are no longer as efficient at filtering toxins, this can become a ticking time bomb. Let me be clear, not all herbs are bad. Some, like turmeric or ginger, have been used safely for centuries. The difference lies in how they're extracted, the dose, and the testing behind them. But here in the U.S., no law forces supplement companies to prove safety before selling their products. So what can you do? Start by researching every herbal ingredient you're unsure about. Avoid vague labels like proprietary blends because you never truly know what's inside. And most importantly, always speak to your doctor, especially if you're on heart, blood pressure, or neurological medications. Because sometimes the natural thing you trust could be silently damaging your body. And you deserve better protection than that. If you're still watching this far, I believe you're serious about your health, and chances are you're just like millions of other older adults. You felt tired, dizzy, maybe even lightheaded, and you thought, I must need more iron. So you take a supplement, hoping it'll help. But what if that simple act is quietly putting your heart and liver at serious risk? Many people over 60 are taking iron supplements without knowing that they're not actually iron deficient. And when excess iron builds up in the body, it doesn't just sit there. It attacks your liver, strains your heart, triggers inflammation, and speeds up blood vessel aging. This silent threat is called hidden iron overload, and it's more common than you think. The worst part, you won't even feel it until real damage is done. This danger is especially high for men, postmenopausal women, and anyone eating a lot of red meat. Why? Because your body no longer loses iron regularly, so even small daily doses can pile up. Even worse, many senior multivitamins secretly include iron, slowly flooding your system without warning. So what should you do? Never take iron supplements without getting a proper blood test first. If you're already taking a multivitamin, check the label carefully. Choose one that's iron-free, unless your doctor tells you otherwise. From food, you can safely get iron through lentils, spinach, pumpkin seeds paired with vitamin C to boost absorption without the risks of pills. And if you think iron was the biggest culprit, hold on. Because the next supplement we'll talk about is found in nearly every medicine cabinet, and when taken the wrong way, it could silently hollow out your bones and make them dangerously fragile. If you're still here with me, You likely care deeply about protecting your bones as you age. Maybe you've been told over and over that taking calcium is the best thing you can do, so you reach for a supplement each morning, thinking you're doing the right thing. But what if I told you calcium alone might actually be weakening your bones, not strengthening them? This might sound shocking, but without its critical partners, vitamin D3 and especially vitamin K2 calcium can easily get lost in the bloodstream. And when calcium goes where it's not supposed to, it doesn't help your bones. It hardens your arteries, increases the risk of stroke, and settles into soft tissues, causing stiffness and long-term damage. You see, vitamin K2 is the traffic director of calcium. It tells calcium where to go your bones and where not to your blood vessels. Without it, calcium drifts aimlessly. And that's why so many seniors with good intentions still suffer from osteoporosis, arthritis, or even heart calcification, despite taking calcium for years. Most over-the-counter calcium supplements never mention this. They sell a single solution to a complex problem, and you end up paying the price with every brittle bone, every joint ache, and every silent buildup in your arteries. So here's what matters if you take calcium. Pair it with vitamin K2 and D3. Many functional doctors now recommend MK7, a natural form of K2 that works especially well for seniors. And don't overdo the calcium spread your intake through food like sardines, leafy greens, or almonds. And aim for around 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams a day, depending on your age and condition. Always check with your doctor if you're already on medications for blood pressure or clotting. And if this myth about calcium surprises you, just wait. Because the next supplement will uncover a common one believed to boost energy may actually drain your memory, disturb your heart rhythm, and rob your sleep if taken at the wrong time. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt that mid-afternoon crash, the kind where your body slows down, your memory blurs, and your hands start to feel colder than usual? Many older adults reach for a B12 supplement, hoping it will bring clarity and energy back. And in some cases, it does. But here's the twist. No one tells you too much of the wrong form of B12 can quietly harm your nervous system and even disrupt your sleep. B12 is essential, yes. It supports nerve function, red blood cell formation, and energy metabolism. But here's what's rarely discussed. Most commercial B12 supplements use cyanocobalamin, a synthetic form that your aging liver may struggle to convert efficiently. And when it builds up, especially in people over 60, it can cause numbness, tingling, anxiety, insomnia, and in rare cases, lead to toxicity. It gets even more complicated for those on medications for acid reflux, metformin for diabetes, or seniors who've had gastric surgeries. These conditions reduce stomach acid, making it harder to absorb B12 from food, yet many aren't advised to choose the right supplement form. So, what should you do instead? Look for methylcobalamin, the natural active form of B12. It's easier for your body to absorb and use, especially as you age. Most experts recommend 1,000 mcg day, taken in the morning, not at night, because B12 boosts energy. Taking it late can interfere with melatonin production and throw off your sleep rhythm. Also, choose sublingual tablets dissolved under the tongue for better absorption if you have digestive issues. Just because something gives you an energy boost doesn't mean it's helping long term. True energy comes from balanced systems, not just a quick fix. And with B12, balance is everything. Because when you overdo it or pick the wrong kind, it's not your energy that returns. It's your insomnia, nerve discomfort, and anxiety that creep back in. And if that worries you, Wait until we expose the final supplement mistake, a popular vitamin that many believe protects the immune system, but has been linked to kidney damage and elevated calcium levels when misused. We've all believed that vitamin C is harmless. When we feel a cold coming on, when we're tired, or want to boost immunity, many of us reach for a fizzy C tablet or chew a vitamin C gummy. But after 60, this seemingly innocent habit can turn into a hidden trap for your kidneys. Few people know this. Taking vitamin C incorrectly can increase your risk of oxalate kidney stones, a painful condition that disproportionately affects older adults, especially when you're taking more than 500 milliliters daily for weeks at a time. And not drinking enough water, or if you already have mild kidney issues without realizing it. A geriatric doctor once said, "I had a patient who thought he was taking great care of himself. He took 1,000 milliliters of effervescent vitamin C every morning. 6 months later, he was rushed to the ER with severe kidney pain. The cause: oxalate stones linked to high-dose vitamin C. The sad truth: most seniors are never warned about this risk. Vitamin C is promoted as a hero boosting immunity, fighting aging, even preventing cancer, so no one stops to question the downside. So, what's the safe way to use it? Keep your intake between 250 to 500 ml a day, and don't use high doses continuously for more than 4 weeks unless directed by a doctor. Ideally, get your vitamin C from natural food sources like oranges, guava, strawberries, or lightly steamed broccoli. These are gentler on your kidneys and absorb more slowly. If you must use supplements, divide the dose, take it after meals, and make sure you drink at least 64 ounces of water daily to reduce the strain on your kidneys. You see, even the harmless things can become harmful if we don't understand how they work. And at our age, once the kidneys are damaged, they rarely bounce back the same way. So, if you've been taking vitamin C daily without ever checking your kidney function, or without clear dosage guidance, it's time to pause and reassess. And if you're still wondering which vitamins are truly safe and essential after 60, don't worry, I've created a separate video covering the top 5 vitamins every older adult should consider, backed by research and real-world insights. You'll find it linked right after this one. We've just walked through a quiet battlefield, one that many seniors face unknowingly. Every single morning, not with symptoms you can easily see, but with pills that promise health, yet hide risks. For years, we've trusted our vitamins like old friends. But today, maybe for the first time, you've seen the cracks. And I know this isn't just about information. It's about fear. About the fear of taking one more capsule that could hurt instead of help. About the exhaustion of not knowing what's right anymore. But you're not alone in this. Not now, not ever. This channel exists because we believe seniors deserve more truth, more clarity, and more peace of mind with every health choice. So if this video gave you even a sliver of insight, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell. It's free, but it means everything to this mission. And if you feel moved to do more, if you believe this work matters, consider supporting the channel with a small donation. Even the price of a coffee can help us reach more people, save more lives, and keep this voice alive for those who need it most. Because in the end, what you choose today could be the very reason someone you love lives longer tomorrow.